Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Hello all, the old captain here. This is going to be a short one because we're going to take one of the most complicated problems, probably the biggest problem that has plagued all of humanity. We're going to solve it because the solution is simple. People overthink it, but the real problem is a little bit more too harsh for people to accept. And again, you don't like it, Oprah's over there and she'll lie to you and tell you everything you want to hear to make your vagina feel real nice. Here at Asshole Consulting, we deal with truth. Mr. Clary, these questions are for lost young adults in their 20s who come from low-income families. It's funny, when I was in my 20s, it didn't matter how much money my parents made, because I made my own money. Obviously, you're going to say join the military, yes, or work a construction trade, sure. To stay away from student loan debt, yet, but if there are any other options, please explain. And he's got 3 main bullet points of question. What career paths do you recommend for someone who comes from a low-income family that has an average IQ? Options for high IQ. All right, if you have an average IQ, you're just going to have to work harder. That's the problem. Now, sometimes there's a limit with the IQ. Like if you have an IQ of 95, you're just not intellectually capable of becoming a electrical engineer. It's just not going to happen. All right, but that doesn't mean you can't go into IT, you can't work trades, you can't, and people think IQ means enable, and if you're retarded, yes, but it means differently abled, and I hate using that because that's what the social justice warriors use. But you could be much better with spatial recognition and using your hands, which is traditionally in the past why, well, if you can't become a doctor, you should become a mechanic. Oh, mechanics are bad. Really, mechanics make pretty damn good money, more than most college graduates do now. So, yes, I would recommend the trades. And it depends on your IQ. It may be you can't do advanced work. And one of the worst things we do to people with low IQs is we push them into college, and so they just rack up more debt to get a degree that's worthless, that they're barely capable of getting, if not capable of getting at all. Then they don't graduate from college, they still have the student loans, and they've just really made things worse for themselves. All right? So this is, again, read my book, Curse with the High IQ, but this is vital why everybody must get their IQ tested, so you at least know and don't waste your time and precious money, especially if you come from a poor family. You don't have a lot of money to waste. So you got to, figure out first if you're even capable of going to college. But then there's other things. More careers are coming online. For example, Seth Himes Digital Marketing. Not saying you're an idiot if you've subscribed to that. But you don't have to go through 4 to 6 years of a torturous college experience and go in $100,000 of debt to find some kind of employment. You can go online, take tutorials. You can go to your local community college. You can learn to weld. You can learn digital marketing. Seth Himes, SETH. AYMES, all right? There are other jobs coming available online that you don't need to go to college for. You can't because college doesn't have the classes or the programs for it because colleges are slow and stupid. Options for high IQ, well, if you're high IQ, sky's the limit. Engineering, computer programming, astronaut, whatever. And whether you come from poverty or not, if you come from poverty, there are a ton of government programs that they cannot just wait to give you the money for. All right? I didn't say free, okay? A lot of people, oh man, I gotta pay $40. Yeah, you gotta pay $40. Like the kids in California got pissed off because I think they jacked up tuition by like $500 a year. Yes, you have no idea how much the true cost of education is. All right? You get a lot of help. Don't bitch and whine about the cost, especially when like 2/3 of your college degree is paid for. So, but in terms of capability, IQ is, if you got a high IQ, that's fine. How do you recommend they get out of their hometown without struggling to pay bills or risk being homeless from their parents' lack of money? Oh, you mean you don't make your own money? You mean as a 20-something, you're still dependent upon your parents? Here's why you're poor. You think it's other people that got to pay for your pampered little ass. Make your own fucking money. And here's another great quote. I didn't come up with it. No one is coming to save you. The Democrat Party will say they are, and they'll give you a little bit of money, but they're not going to like pay for everything. As long as you give them their votes, they'll give you a little bit of money, but they're not going to make your life any better. No one is coming to save you. And the sooner you fucking learn that, the sooner you can get out of poverty. Maybe not today or tomorrow. But when you realize, hey, it doesn't matter how much my parents make because I make my own fucking money and I support myself, then this is moot. How do you get out of your hometown? I use my own money, put the gas in the car that I bought with my own money, maybe a piece of shit, but it's a car, and I drive to the next town. I buy my computer and I apply for jobs in the next town, I get a job, and then I go there. Or I hop the bus. I did that one time going from Chicago back to Minneapolis. Struggling to pay bills. I never struggled to pay my bills. I had to work hard. It was an overall struggle to work and support myself. And when you are poor and you don't make a high income, especially when you're younger, that is a struggle. But I always found the money to make sure the heat bill was paid and there was food on the table. But if you're going to operate from the premise, well, do I get a government check? Do I get EBT? Do I get WIC? Well, how come that ain't how come no one's helping? No one owes you anything. No one cares about. That's the other thing. Nobody gives a shit about you. Nobody. You can even see your parents, because they had kids they obviously couldn't afford, because if you think about it, you really shouldn't be raising kids if you yourself are poor, because you're just going to make poverty upon them. So if you'd like to wake up someday and realize that you got to get yourself out of this mess, that is the quickest way out of poverty, in this mentality of like, how do I stop from being homeless from the lack of my parents' money? Answer, grow a dick and make your own. Third bullet point, how far do you recommend one to move away from their hometown? Is moving an hour away okay? Or do I have to move to another state? See, you move to another state, then you lose less reciprocity in a lot of cases, or in-state tuition. So I would definitely research that one. Like, I was able to move out of state from Wisconsin to Minnesota because Wisconsin and Minnesota had reciprocity with college tuition. Otherwise, I would say theoretically it really doesn't matter as long as you get your own place. Here's the problem. If you come from a poor family, they've likely made poor decisions. And there's also likely other people who've made poor decisions surrounding that family. And so these people are going to hit you up for money. They're going to ask you to loan you money. I remember one time my brother comes knocking at the door, homeless. Like, what the fuck? And that is shit that you do not have time to... You yourself are poor. You can't afford to be charitable with other people. You can't. You got to take care of yourself. Otherwise, you have no help to anybody. So I would say, depending on your family, like if they're bumming money off of you the entire time, they're dealing drugs, they're doing drugs, they're alcoholics, they ain't got no plan, they would say, oh, my parents ain't got no money. How come no one give me no money? Oh, man, I'm oppressed. Oh, all those rich people and the one percenters, man. You want to escape those people because they ain't going nowhere. And so I would say 3 bus rides away or whatever. An hour would be good, but I would even say further. But that's only if you have bad influences. It happens. You got a poor family or something bad happens to the family. It's all good people, just bad stuff, and not going to be a bad influence upon you. Oh, yeah, and then live nearby. Nothing wrong with having family and friends nearby. But typically, not always, but typically, if most of your family members got prematurely pregnant, you're likely going to be a teenage mother. No guarantee, but there's a good chance. Your brother's dealing drugs, your best friends are dealing drugs, good chance you may not deal drugs, but they might leave some drugs in your car when the cop pulls you over, and now you're doing 5 to 10 for something you didn't do because it fell out of his pocket. You had no idea. Get away from the people who make bad mistakes. And so, it like I said, in theory, it's a moot question. Like, you can live wherever you want, as long as you don't, stay at home and live with mom and dad. Practically, functionally, all depends on the family you're trying to... Are you trying to escape them? That'd be another good question. Oh God, these mothers that fucking use kids' credit card, use their kids' social security number to rack up credit card debt. Oh my God, that's the shit I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You got to escape from. There, you make it so like you're in the next major town over, That's what I would be doing. Make it so that they can't just come visit you at any time. They can't even hop on a cheap Greyhound bus and make it. You kind of want to cut them off, and maybe you love your mom, you love your dad, but yeah, you'd want to move. And it all depends. Like the next town over in Trenton is Philadelphia or Baltimore. Sorry, Baltimore. Well, anyone can get the train for God's sake, but out west, the next town over from Vegas is, good Christ, L.A., and that's a 5-hour drive. So you want to make it so people can't surprise visit you, depending on what modes of transportation are available. So there you go. We just solved poverty. We just solved how do I survive in life being broke. You don't make stupid decisions. You quit expecting other people to take care of you. You bust your ass off and you struggle and you strive and you pay your own damn bills. And then you major in something worthwhile. It doesn't have to be nuclear physics, but it has to be something that pays. And then you... Here's the other thing. Don't fuck up. That's in my book, Bachelor Pad Economics. There's a little segment on there called Don't Fuck Up, because you get to play your cards all right. And I had a client who did. And he got a girl pregnant, and he dong fuck up. And now his life is... And there's nothing you could do about it. Nothing. So as long as you don't fuck up, get addicted to drugs, commit a crime, get girls pregnant, get pregnant yourself, you'll do all right. Can't guarantee you, but there's a really good statistical chance you're going to be sitting pretty doing what you want by the age of 30. If you don't, you fuck up. Well, even Asshole Consulting can't help you. So, all right, that's it. You guys got questions? Cappy's got answers over at assholeconsulting.com. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.